Welcome to my second cast. First player we have is bubblypoop playing the Warlock. Second player we have is PremiumPils also playing the Warlock. Third player is How also playing the Warlock. And on the red team we do have Madoka playing as the Lord Commissar, and then we have I Suck at This Game playing the Plague Champion in mid. Followed up by the last player we have Sepulchre. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to call him Chaos Lord this game anyway, because I forget players' names throughout the cast anyway. We do have the slight VP lead going towards the blue team, and I've actually managed to highlight the numbers up here. So we have the first engagement, Warlock and the Lord Commissar down here in the bottom lane. The Warlock will jump onto the Sentinel. Sentinel does have melee resistance though, so will not take too much damage. We have Dyers also trying to melee the Sentinel. Sentinel does not have Stomp, so he will not be able to stomp the Dyers away from him. Guardsman also getting chased up as well by the Dyers and Warlock. Warlock is picking up quite a few models. Dire Rangers will end up leading some to the Sentinel, and Dire Rangers are very expensive to replace in comparison to Guardsmen. W Chaos Lord up top also trying to fight some Dire Rangers. Heretics will engage Banshees. In fact, they actually won't engage Banshees, they'll run up, suppress them, and then walk away, but the Banshees will continue to jump in. Since this suppression doesn't last too long, they are losing a lot of models. We can see Heretics going down, but they will get away there. Banshees are getting quite low, and the Chaos Lord is trying to keep them off the CSM. Meanwhile mid we do have some action going down, and we do have Heretics wipes for I Suck at This Game. And we have some Banshee models going down as well, or a single Banshee model. Lord Commissar also needs to fight mid, will chase off some Dire Avengers. The Sentinel will also try and pick off some Dire Avengers as well. Chaos Lord is trying to force off Dire Avengers as well. He did not use his Heretics. I Suck at This Game is sick of Banshees, as he says so in the chat. Chaos Lord will now just sit there. Lord Commissar still in this fight, will get knocked back by the Warlock and will try and get into melee with these Dire Avengers. Sentinel is getting quite low. Does have the Stomp upgrade. Lord Commissar putting up his Refractor Shield to try and reduce damage, and he will get forced off, and he's going to get quite low, but he should be able to get out there alive. Meanwhile mid will go towards the red team while Guardsmen are camping, while Lord Commissar is taking the damage. Sentinel is trying to force the Warlock down low. Got Constructs coming down onto Guardsmen. Play Champion and CS7 now joining mid to back up and protect this VP. Guardsmen are repairing the Sentinel while under fire. We have Eldar mid getting forced off completely. Meanwhile the next Eldar with the Sand Helm skin, I think it's called, will come in with a massive force. We do have Rangers as well from one of the other Warlocks to back up as well. Chaos Lord now with Combi Flamer, very good at picking up Dire Avenger models, will be running away from Banshees. His kill the weak is on cooldown, by the looks of it, since his energy is low. We have Heretics getting the suppressed point blank by his Guardian Weapons team. In mid we do have CSM and Play Champion also getting suppressed. We will have CSM models possibly dropping low, in fact they will get away very low. We do have Rangers just taking pot shots over here, all this infantry. They should be able to one-shot Heretics. They will not be able to one-shot Guardsmen. I think Guardsmen do have 100 health. Chaos Lord and CSM will be forced off in top. And we do have Havocs, or no, switching up to Noise Marines instead for the top lane, possibly to bash this gen farm up here by one of the Eldar players. Meanwhile mid is now getting backed up by the previous blue Warlock, backing up with double Dire Avengers. The red Eldar decides to move up towards top, and we have an Immolator coming in for the blue Warlock, which will burn these Guardsmen some very nice damage. We have the Disruptor going down, but it will miss the Heretics slightly, but the Heretics are going to run through the Immolator flame. We have the Warlock going to go down to the Plague Bolter, and we will have the Play Champion also going down to Banshees as well. Sentinel will try and take some shots at Banshees. Banshees is sitting idle, but now the Dire Avenger and Banshees will start charging in, and the IG player will be forced off. We do have the Chaos Lord now trying to make his way towards mid. These Dire Avengers are going to get backed off, or forced off rather. We do have the Grenade upgrade for one of them, and we do have the Exarch for the other. The Shuriken will suppress all of these units. The Chaos Lord needs to run up there and stop it, and it looks like he is making his way up there now. The Guardian's Weapons team is not focusing on Chaos Lord, and they probably should do since it does a lot more damage the closer you are. Kill the weak will be used and will mainly hit this Warlock. You have the Lord Commissar reviving the Plague Champion, but he will not be able to get the revive, he is forced off instead. Chaos Lord will be able to force off these Dire Avengers along with the backup from the CSM and Noise Marines. We do have these Noise Marines doing a lot of damage to these Dire Avengers with their Exarch. They will be able to get out of there when you just one model lost, but the squad is very low now. We have CSM model going down to a ranger shot. Chaos Lord is very deep, but will be forced off as well. He does not have killed a weak, so he needs to be very careful. We have the Warlock going down. There's 2 Warlocks down now for the blue team. We do have another Warlock over here as well. That'll be a lot of XP for this third Warlock should he be able to get the 2 revives, but I doubt he can, seeing as the Warlocks have died quite far in enemy territory. We do have some grenade launcher heretics with an aspiring champion, making them quite tanky. We do have a grenade going down and it will kill some models. Actually, it kills 2 models. Doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would. This guy in the weapons team has been able to just free fire anything it wants. For now, it is currently uninterrupted. We do have a 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Blue team also decapped and is now capping the natural red VP. Chaos Lord not too happy about that. He's using Heretic Worship to speed up all his units, and he will be able to stop them from capping it and will go and cap it himself now. We do have the Plague Champion revived by the Lord Commissar. We do have an extra gen farm as well here for the red team as well, and that will get spotted out by the 2 Eldar players in the mid and bottom. We have an Immolate, very nice Immolate going down these guardsmen, catching 2 squads, and Banshees will jump in. We do have a Disruptor going down as well. That would be a Guardsman squad going down completely. Heavy weapons now setting up, and it will do a lot of damage to these Banshees. Sentinel does go down, and we do have the Lord Commissar who will actually wipe the Banshee squad, making losing Guardsmen that bit worth it, to the Banshees cost a bit more. We do have a Ranger knockback shot going up, which will knock back both the Warlock and Lord Commissar. Lord Commissar might go down here. He does go down to the Warlock. We do have both the Warlocks actually coming back up, and both repurchased over the fort. And this gen farm is now under attack from the Rangers, Dire Avengers and the Warlocks. On the right hand side we do have 2 of the Chaos players now pushing in. We do have both Heretics with aspiring champions, where one is a grenade launcher squad and will not be able to do work well melee. We have the Chaos Lord running up to stop the Guardians Weapons team from being able to suppress. The Guardians Weapons team will just run into this web gate. These variant Heretics will be able to detect this web gate so that the 2 Chaos players can go and get rid of it. Disruptor does go down with the Chaos Heretics, doing a nice amount of damage. The CSM not forcing melee entry. Could have possibly killed the Warlock. Probably not. There's always that doubt. Gen farm for the red team off to the side does actually go down completely. Blue team did not feel confident in capping it and keeping it for themselves. We have a Blood Crush out in the field which will just run out and disrupt this Guardians Weapons team. We do have a Warlock going a very long jump to this Plague Champion. Immolator going down. The Warlock will go down though, probably to a Plague Bolter. Or like a Plague Bolter, since the Plague Champion's upgraded to his Fist and is upgrading as well to the Armor of Pestilence, making him very tanky and giving them a lot of melee damage. We have a Falcon hopping out as well for bubblypoop. We do have the Warlock dead again. This time the Warlock will most likely be able to get healed. We do have a Manticore Strike going down. This Guardians Weapons team probably thinking that it was just a Basilisk Flare, but it was not, since they both have the same icon on the bottom. Noise Marines now putting some pressure on these generators, and they should be able to get all 3 gens unless they decide to help out in this fight. Looks like the Eldar player's not focused on saving gens, but rather focused on force up the Chaos player. We have a kill the weak going off, but it does miss. Banshees are able to jump out of it onto the CSM. A grenade barrage going down, which actually does knock back the Banshees. Do you see all the generators are going to go down for blue team? Midpoint going to red team as well. Do have an autocannon heavy weapons team set up with the shield, which grants them immunity from knockback, but only the lead model. Blood Crusher is getting quite low. Fire Dragons are doing quite a lot of damage, and there is also a Wraith Lord coming in which in melee will do a lot of damage. It does not have either the Bright Lance or a Shuriken Cannon upgrade yet though. Meanwhile in mid we do have this autocannon squad actually getting low, and the Manticore Strike does come in. It does miss there. and hits the exact same spot several times. The other Noise Marine is actually decapping the power that they have just destroyed. One of the Guardian's weapons team has been upgraded to a Bright Lance, and blue team looks like they might be making a push for this natural VP for red, since at the same time though they will also be pushing mid, seeing as there's only Stormtroopers here to defend. We do have a grenade going off. It's going to be a nice grenade. It will only pick off one Banshee model. Only one Banshee model will die. We do have the Noise Marines actually getting forced off. We do have a res going down, most likely for the Lord Commissar, I think it is. Yeah, Lord Commissar is the one who's going to get revived now by the Plague Champion. We do have red team now making a push from mid, but they will be slowed down by the Guardian's weapons team, and the mid VP will just remain neutral. We do have Guardsmen with plasma guns upgraded. Plasma guns giving them extra damage to heavy and super heavy infantry, and possibly a slight damage buff to regular infantry, since they do a bit more damage than their regular guns. Another very big Manticore Strike going down, nearly wiping the Dire Avenger squad and the Guardian's weapons team, but the Dire Avenger squad will get out with their Exarch only. We have an Immolator and Destructor going down. I think we have 2 Immolators and 2 Destructors going down, in fact, and nearly actually wipes this Guardsman squad, and it might die in retreat to Fire Dragons, Dyers and Banshees. Meanwhile over here we do have the Wraithlord walking in, fighting off both the Chaos Players. Their Grenade does go down, but it will just catch one model though. We have the Plague Champion going in. We have a Marcus Zuka Dreadnought as well as AV against this Wraithlord, and Wraithlord will take a lot of damage, especially the Plague Champion wailing on it with his fist, but he will get forced off since the Banshees and Warlock are getting in to that fight. We do have the Blood Crusher as well running in here. We have Heretics now going into melee instead of worshipping. We'll actually be able to wipe these Banshees along with the Dreadnought helping out in melee. This Blood Crusher getting very low to Fire Dragons and will actually go down. In our mid we do have a Falcon and a Manticore Strike coming in here. The Falcon will take 2 Manticore Strikes, and we do have a Dire Avenger squad wiped as well. The Falcon is quite low. Just Dreadnought moves over, he could finish it. Chaos Lord does take out the Warlock. Fire Dragon squad could go down. Fire Dragon squad does go down. In fact, the Avengers will be forced off at top. We have this Falcon that is very deep and does need to lead. It is going to be fighting off some Stormtrooper squads who are unupgraded and do not have Monoguns, but the Lord Commissar with his power sword will actually take out the Falcon with rear armor hits. We have some Wraith Guard coming in here now, which will do a lot of damage to these Heretics, but we do have the fly ability from the Plague Champion's Fist, which reduces range damage by 90%, I think it is. So these Wraith Guard aren't going to do too much there. We do have this power node being taken out by the red team. Red team now making a push for this mid VP. Lord Commissar is going to just run in and try and fight off this Dire Avenger squad. We do have bubblypoop saying that his whole army was nuked, and I believe that was him with the Falcon mid, with the double Dire Avengers, which I think he lost the Falcon and 1 Dire Avenger squad. Don't know if he lost 2. I think he definitely lost 1 though to that Manticore Strike. That Manticore Strike was absolutely vicious. Lord Commissar does get a decap on their natural wreck, using only as a refractor shield. He will just walk back. He does have the stubbornness, so he will have a lot of health regen when supported by any units on his team. We do have the autocannon squad reset up here for the IG player. Autocannon is not suppressed, but it does do some nice splash damage. Very good if you build 4 of them. We do have the Red Eldar making a big push to the right hand side. We have no power though for the blue team still on that right hand side. Not sure if they've brought it back or they've gone down again, or if it's just still been down because the Chaos Lord keeps applying pressure that side. We have the Lord Commissar just running in here, and he will go down. In fact, he does go down to the Wraith Lord. He does special. We have Melted Stormtroopers fighting Fire Dragons. Fire Dragons do better in range damage compared to Stormtroopers. I think Stormtroopers are more equipped with vehicles. Fire Dragon can fight against all. We do have some Dark Reapers coming out as well, with their aspects of the Reaper and also an Exarch to lead them. They use their ability, which can knock back and do AoE damage. We do have the Water Cannon focusing down this Wraithlord, but he will not be able to take it down. Wraithlord runs up in melee. We have a Manticore Strike, which might be able to take it out. very close call. It does actually go down to Plague Marines and the Manticore Strike. I don't know if Plague Marines actually got a shot off. Does some Plague Marines as well. It's from the back, trying to melee these Wraith Guard to stop them from being able to shoot. We have a knockback actually going down the Plague Marine, which lands them right onto a grenade. We do have the Wraith Guard now in melee on these retreating Plague Marines. On the right hand side we do have the Markers and Dreadnoughts trying to focus down the other Wraith Lord on the field. And we still have this dead Warlock. We do have some Heretic Worship going down. We have some Chaos Space Marines with a aspiring champion trying to pick up models from behind. We have a D-Cannon which does get a shot off on these Plague Marines, but Plague Marines are very, very tanky and don't care too much about the D-Cannon shot. We do have a Singularity going down on these Plague Marines, but we do also have an Immolate as well. One of the Stormtrooper models actually does get picked up by that. We do have the Manticore pushing forward as well now. This D-Cannon is going to be doing a lot of AoE effect now, especially with 3 armies mid. Red team will push up with all 3 players mid. And we do have the blue Eldar being forced off. Red Eldar left to fend for himself mid. We have a Manticore Strike as well going in. Those Marines run up and use their Cacophony to knock back Dire Avengers. The Chaos Lord is running ahead and will use his Combi Flamer to burn an area, doing a lot of damage to Dyers and Fire Dragons. We do have some Dark Reapers coming in. Looks like they lost their aspect, lost their Exarch, or this is a fresh Dark Reaper squad, sorry. They're upgrading with the aspect of Reaper. They do very nice damage against heavy infantry with their plasma damage. These Noise Marines are taking a lot of damage, but they actually managed to get in there and silence these Dark Reapers, stopping them from being able to fire. That water cannon which has pushed forward and now set up. We do have the Noise Marines actually going down there for the Chaos Lord player. We do have a Gen Bash on red team. We do have a Eldritch coming in here as well. That was an absolutely brutal Eldritch. On the right hand side, meanwhile, we do have Chaos player getting forced off by the Eldar. Eldar being defensive, still trying to protect their generators. The Eldar are actually down to no generators at all. They do have power, but they do not have any generator farms. They have a Manticore Strike, which does force them off slightly in mid, but they will still capture that regardless, because there is nothing else mid other than that Manticore to stop them. We do have a power node coming in. We still have no node on this right hand farm. And we do see blue team actually just massing mid, putting down some shields and webway gates. Or no webway gates even. We do have the Dread actually was insta-killed by that Eldritch, interestingly. The Chaos player is going to push in by himself now, which is a bit of a mistake. He needs to wait for his teammates. This is a very big setup. There's a lot of units mid. They have a hollow field going down by some rangers with their Pathfinder war gear, but that has run out. Hollow field allows units to stealth around them wherever it gets placed. You have lots of these energy shields up, which prevents you from hitting the units behind them. You have to destroy the energy field first and shoot behind them. We have the Imperial list going down and a rocket one. Followed up by Manticore Strike just in case anything did survive the double nuke. We do see bubblypoop is now down to just a single Dire Avenger squad who took the main brunt of those nukes in that fight. Howe still has the vast majority of his army. He has the largest army by far. We have some chosen Plague Marines trying to get in there on those Wraith Guard, but they're very slow and will be fought off by the Wraith Lord. We do have one of the mobs going down, exploding in a nice green explosion. Chaos Lord is just going to run forward. He is fully upgraded with the Master of Hay and Demonic Vision, which reduces damage from units by 25% when activated. We have the Dark Reaper squad getting forced off by Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord will get focused off by the Wraith Lord with its heavy melee, doing a lot of damage. And Ray and Kingdom coming in. We have the Dark Reapers firing off all these bolts everywhere, but it will not do too much. They're too inaccurate. We have the kind of trying to take some shots. Great Clean one is going to walk up and then is going to back off now. is getting worshipped by Heretics. We have a Singularity going down, which comes close to wiping Heretics, but the Inspiring Champion does live. Another Manticore Strike coming in. It will do a lot of damage to these Dark Reapers, coming close to wiping the squad in fact. And I believe we do have a Dire Avenger squad wipes in that Manticore Strike as well, from PremiumPils losing their Dire Avenger squad. The Heavy Weapons team will be forced off. We have a Land Raider Phobos coming in as well, along with the Grey and Clean one. We have two super units on the field. We have an Avatar building for PremiumPils. Lord Commissar trying to force off Dire Avengers off to the side, upgrading to the Fist of Brockers, which allows him the ability They Shall Know, None Shall Fall rather, which prevents units from actually dying, which means he needs to focus down the Lord Commissar. And I believe it works for allies as well. We do have the Warlock going down to the Grey and Clean one. The Grey and Clean one just tosses him aside like garbage. Grey and Clean one will walk up to these Dire Avengers behind the NG shield. The NG shield can be run over, and he does run it over. Lord Commissar will try and cap while under fire. Disruptor goes down to Plague Marines, but Disruptor doesn't do too much to Plague Marines really. Grey and Clean one still chasing forward, supported by the Chaos Lord, the Combi Flamer, hoping to pick off some Dire Avenger models. Warlock sitting behind heavy cover, trying to use his hand to kill some stuff. We do have the Gen Farms repurchase as well now for the Eldar. 2 Gen Farms fully up. And we do have some Dire Avengers off to the side that decap the natural blue VP, the natural red VP, sorry. We do have a Baneblade coming out. We now have 3 super units now for the red team. Meanwhile, blue team only have the Avatar as their super unit. The Avatar does grant a very big buff to all units around it. Don't know if that extends to allies, but grants extra damage, about 30% extra damage I think it is. We'll have the Grey and Clean one charging now, who will lead into the fight, and we will see other units possibly following up here. We have a Vomit going down, followed up by a Manticore Strike. The Grey and Clean one being heavy infantry is going to take, super heavy infantry is going to take a lot of damage from Dark Reapers. And we do have the None Shall Fall ability going off on the Lord Commissar. We have Land Raider Phobos off to the right hand side, coming in. We have the right lance upgrade on the Wraithfall, which is going to try and fight off the Land Raider now. The Land Raider Phobos will back off, so it's taking a lot of damage from these Wraithguard, and we do have the Wraithguard stunned as due to a Warlock or Farseer dying near it, I believe. I believe an Exarch from the Dire Avenger squad may have died, causing them to get stunned and take spore damage. We do have the Grey and Clean one now backing off and healing up. We do have a bunker going down, currently not upgraded with anything yet though. Most likely going to be a healing or repair bunker. Those are the only 2 things you can get, but most likely a healing bunker I would have thought. But it could be a repair bunker considering he has no guardsmen on the field to repair that Baneblade.
Precious Eldar life has been spilt.
But I'll change my mind and say it's going to be a repair bunker. 3 VPs now for red team. They are pushing back the blue VP lead. We do have blue team actually recapping the natural VP for them. But it will still be a 2-to-1 cap for red team, and red team will be able to get back into this game if they can bring down blue team VPs enough. Red team now making a push for the right hand VP. Land Raider Phobos taking off some shots. We do have an Eldritch going down on top of the Phobos. It will stun the Phobos. Phobos is half health now and it's taken down from Fire Drags. It is turned around so the Fire Drags can get rear arm hits. The Phobos will go down. The Avatar smacking it to the death. We do have the Warlock dying mid, probably to Bane, but we do have the Imperial Abyss going down. Wraithguard will be able to barely walk out there. These Fire Dragons will not be able to walk out there though. Abyss doing melee damage, which should do more damage if units try to retreat through it. And we have a Manticore Strike, although I don't think it's going to hit anything. It does hit the right last team, but not much else. We do have an explosion going down here to stop the Warlock and Dire Avengers from capping in the Grey and Clean one, now coming back into the fight. These Dire Avengers losing 2 models to one-shot by the looks of it. The Avatar now chasing right inside these Heretics, and the CSM will be forced off. And another commander actually going down here. We do have 2 Warlocks dead on this mid VP. Lord Commissar jumping in over this Fist of Brockers. Will do a lot of damage, but the Avatar coming in, he will need to turn on his refractive field to negate some of the damage that he was going to take. Baneblade is slowly backing away. We do have this bunker. I think it's a repair bunker. Well, I think it's getting repaired. I'm going to assume it's a repair bunker. Great clean one now coming in to hit the Avatar Bella, and you've got the Eldritch going down on top of the Bane Blade. These double Dark Reaper squads focusing down the blade was doing quite a lot of damage, but is what I can. Seeing far behind is doing quite well. We have the other Warlock by the looks of it here now, along with the Horde. Wait, who's that mid? Oh, it's Seer Council. The icon I was seeing. We have one of the Warlocks up now, and VP does belong to the blue team. We have the Great Clean one doing his vomit. That doesn't look like it's going to hit his mark. The Seer Council looks like they might be able to finish off. They have a massive push right through his Dark Reaper squad, but they will retreat straight away. Great Clean one looks like he's going to barely walk out, and then the Seer Council's getting quite low. The Lord Commissar coming in with his Fist of Rockets doing some decent damage. Baneblade is going to push forward, bring in its heavy cannon, and it will do a shot and it will hit his mark, but it will not kill anything though, as the units retreats away. We do have all the Warlocks now up. On the right hand side we do have some Marcus Inc. CSM fighting a Wraith Lord in range. Wraith Lord will back off. Throwing Plague Marines now coming up for the right hand side. The Baneblade is going to reverse back out. Fight this Guardian's Web seen with a Bright Lance. We do have another foe boss coming back in to replace the one that was lost earlier. CSM now coming in to decap this center VP. 130 to 55, blue team double the VPs of red team. Seer Council is butchering this Marcus Inc. CSM squad, and they might be able to kill the Aspiring Champion in retreat. They do kill the Aspiring Champion. Landgrave Foreboss does stun the Seer Council, but it is not in time to save that Aspiring Champion. One model does go down with Seer Council there. Plague Champion now moving forward with his heavy fist, should be able to do okay. Might also see a stun coming out from him when he punches the ground. He's not using that ability and does end up retreating. He needs to be very careful. Seer Council will retreat as well, so Plague Champion will be able to get out there just fine. Do have a 2-0 count for the red team. Do have blue team recapping their natural VP. Landgrave Foreboss coming in should be able to do some nice damage to this Wraith Lord. Do have the Wraith Bone ability trying to be purchased here as well. How now finally going to tier 3, the only person not tier 3 yet. That Wraith Bone is a tier 3 upgrade which generates health. We do have a loop going on there. That does not actually do much damage to the Baneblade and does not snare the Baneblade. Well, it is snared now at the very end of the nuke. The Seer Council will not be able to finish it off, however. These Dire Avengers will go down there to Landgrave Foreboss. And then they will retreat out there. This Landgrave Foreboss needs to stop showing its rear up to the enemy and needs to face the other way. Wraith Lord and Avatar coming into melee. Wraithguard backing up with some range fire. We do have the... I can't remember that blade is called. Witchblade Curse ability that does a lot of AoE, ethereal slash, that's what's called. That was some Marcus Inc. CSM going a bit deep. We have a rocket one as well coming in for this, and we'll take out the Warlock, might even take out the other Warlock as well. We have 2 Warlocks going down to that one rocket one. That even Rust with its execution cannon as well. Doing some nice damage to the Avatar, which is super heavy infantry. So it does splash damage. We have another Eldritch going down, which should take out this bunker. And should also snare this Baneblade. Does not get a snare on Baneblade. We have a massive strike on the VP. We will take out some Dire Avengers that were capping. This Avatar will go down to Lean, Ras and Grey and Clean one. With also Marcus Inc. CSM being very effective against super heavy infantry. We have a Warlock in the back lines focusing down some Plague Marines, but it needs to get out there. It's currently not supported. There's a lot of units from red team to kill that Warlock. The only thing that might be able to kill it and retreat. We have the Wraith Lord coming in here now. There's going to be Wraith Bone upgrade, but it will go down to the Baneblade and Demon Rust. Baneblade could go down to these Wraithguard if they are able to get another 2 shots off onto it, but the Demon Rust is going to be tanking these shots for it. In fact, the Wraithguard Lord might just walk up and melee the Baneblade. Should get a Bright Lance shot off. Oh, it doesn't get that shot off. Baneblade survives there with 10 HP. Grey and Clean one will kill a Bright Lance team. CSM are forced off, and then we have Seer Council capping. Grey and Clean one slowly making his way over to the Seer Council. We have a Manticore strike on the Seer Council, but the sort of field is going down to reduce range damage that they take. Grey and Clean One will try and melee. It does do 200 heavy melee damage per hit. Will not get any models, but the save counts will be forced off and they are quite low. You see the stomp going down, which poisons all nearby units. Seer Council are poisoned. Seer Council are going to run forward, try and focus down the Your Commissar, but he does have his Fractal Shield on. Fractal Shield does go down, but Your Commissar is getting very low and does get forced off there. He gets away with 8 HP. Grey and Clean One now focusing down these Dark Reapers. Blue team on 28 VPs, red team on 48. Red team is now ahead in VPs after being behind the game, but we have the Warlock going down on these Rave Guard, causing them to get stunned and take small line damage. They do go down to the Grey and Clean One, Lehman Russ and Marcus and CSM. We do have this VP which belongs to red team, and these sneaky camps on this natural VP does give red team that advantage they needed to win that game. See quite a few nukes this game. A lot of units were lost. This Baneblade was very lucky to survive. We do have a turret over this side to stop the blue team from decapping that VP, but meanwhile we did see red team actually cap this VP quite a few times. Warlocks dying quite often as well. Saw Warlocks dying on a regular basis, usually around the mid corridor. And that was it for that game. Red team wins.